guys, happy Easter! Today I'm going to do a review video that was requested by another subscriber or viewer. So today's is about the Grand Floridian. Now this resort is one that I have stayed at by far the most, and I feel like I have the most knowledge of, I guess you could say. So now when I have stayed at the Grand Floridian, I've always stayed club level. Either in the main building, if you're going to stay in the main building, your only option is club level. There are no non-club level rooms in the main building. Or in the Sugarloaf building, which is also entirely club level. It's just that it's a separate building. And because of that, it is significantly cheaper. However, the options are exactly the same. The Sugarloaf building, in addition to being cheaper, their food and everything and their concierge is on the first floor, which can be kind of nice because it's right behind, or I should say right in front of, the quiet pool. So if you want to run in and grab a snack or some drinks or something, it's nice that it's on the first floor. Whereas in the main building, that stuff is all on a higher floor, and you need to access your private elevator. You need to use your magic band to get to your floor. So this resort is definitely one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive, on Disney property. And I was trying to think why. I don't think it's just because of it has a Victorian theme, and a lot of people think it just seems fancy. I don't think that's why. I think they have a lot of offerings that other resorts don't have. For example, you can take the monorail to the Magic Kingdom, and it is literally the next stop. You're only on the monorail for one stop. You get on the monorail on the second floor off of the main building. Or you can take the ferry boat to the Magic Kingdom. In addition, they have far more restaurants than most other resorts. They have a quick service restaurant, which is Gasparilla Grill and Games. They have 1900 Park Fare, which is a restaurant for like a character breakfast. They have the Grand Floridian Cafe, which is a sit-down restaurant, but it is casual. It's very good. I highly recommend it. And then they have Citricos, which is a fancier sit-down restaurant in the main building. Narcoossee's, which is a fancier sit-down restaurant. It's in its own little building right on the Seven Seas Lagoon, and you can get, if you time your dinner reservation right, you can get a great view of the fireworks. And then they also have Victoria and Albert's, which is a really, really fancy and very expensive restaurant, which again is in the main building. My only, I guess, negative that I really have about this resort is of Gasparilla Grill and Games, their quick service. I'm really not a huge fan of it. The food is fine. The food is good. There's not a problem. They recently had a renovation. More recently, it's like a couple years ago now, but they renovated it, and it is significantly better. They moved the games, so they're not quite so intrusive, but it's not very big for how big the resort is. The resort is huge. There are many buildings, and it's not a very big restaurant, and I always think it's kind of confusing because the stuff that's on like the right side, whenever I'm there, no matter what time of day, the lights are off. You can get stuff from there, but it appears to be closed, and that always confuses me. So that really is kind of my negative. I really wish they had a larger selection there. In addition to all of these, they have a lot of shopping as well. They have a large souvenir store. They have two nicer clothing stores which sell not just Disney clothes. In fact, they have pretty much no Disney clothes. They have your typical toiletries, sundries kind of store where you can also get snacks and stuff like that. And then they have Basin, which is a soap bath bomb kind of store, and they also have another one of those stores at Downtown Disney. And then they have a salon. I mean, it's a very large resort, and I think that because of all of these offerings, that's why it's so expensive. However, they do make it very, very nice as well. So it's not like they are charging all this extra money just for these services, but then not giving you anything else in terms of quality. It is an extremely nice resort. A lot of people I've heard feel like it's too fancy or too stuffy, or they'll feel out of place. I am totally shocked whenever I hear this, and I totally disagree We were there as children all the time, running through the lobby as kids. I still see kids running around. We walk through there in our shorts and tank tops, and it is not at all inappropriate to do so. You don't feel out of place. And I think a lot of people also feel like it's for the rich people. Not at all. It's for people who save up. I mean, sure, there's going to be some rich people who stay there. There's going to be some rich people who stay anywhere. But it's for people who just save up and want to stay there. And I will continue to do so because I really, really love it. It's, like I said, it's a Victorian theme. The staff are very, very friendly and very helpful. I think they're a little bit more proper because of the Victorian theme. But if it's appropriate, they'll totally joke around with you and stuff. It's not at all, they're not at all cold. It's just a totally different vibe, I realized, than when I stayed at the Wilderness Lodge, where they're so much more casual, and the people at the Grand Floridian are a little bit more formal. Just like they don't know you as well, whereas at the Wilderness Lodge, they kind of treat you like you're an old friend. But I really, 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 really love this resort. I was going to mention, it's on the Seven Seas Lagoon, which is very, very nice as well for, you can get some really nice room options. They have a marina there as well in terms of views. They have 2 pools and a splash pad. They have a quiet pool, which is behind the Sugarloaf building. It's to the back and left of the main building. And then they have, to the back and right of the main building, they have a new splash pad, which is Alice in Wonderland themed, not surprising with the Victorian theme. And then if you keep going to the right towards the Polynesian, then you see the volcano pool, which they have, I'm sorry, not the volcano pool. If you keep going to the right after the splash pad, you see the pool with the slide, and that's where they do their games and stuff, where they have the staff with the microphone and the music, and they're having games with the kids and stuff. And then keep going further to the right towards the Polynesian, and that's where the new Disney Vacation Club Grand Floridian villas are. You can walk to the Polynesian from the Grand Floridian. You cannot walk to the Magic Kingdom. The only resort from which you can walk to the Magic Kingdom is the Contemporary. If you want to get to Epcot, you have 2 options. You can either walk from the Grand Floridian to the TTC, which is the Transportation and Ticket Center. It's a little bit past the Polynesian. Or you can get on the monorail at the Grand Floridian and ride around. Your first stop is the Magic Kingdom. Your second stop is the Contemporary. Then your third stop is the TTC. Get off that monorail and get on the Epcot monorail. And then you can take the monorail right to Epcot. So it's very handy. You have a couple of options depending on what you'd like to do. They are on, the Grand Floridian is on a beach. They've really gotten rid of almost all of the beach with the new Disney Vacation Club villas, but they do still have some hammocks and some palm trees you can lay under and stuff like that. But a long time ago, when it was the Grand Floridian Beach Resort, you could swim in the beach. But then since the temperatures, and I guess they're like amoebas in the water, in non-moving water in the state of Florida, it's illegal to swim in them. So that's when they changed it to the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, which brings me to my next point. They also have a spa, which is in the same building as the fitness center. I've not used the spa, but I've used the fitness center. And the fitness center is free for anybody who's staying at the Grand Floridian or Polynesian. They share it. You just have to give them your room number. And it's very, very nice. I highly recommend it. It's, like I said, it's one of my favorite resorts. It is absolutely beautiful. And it has a nostalgic quality for me because I stayed there a lot as a kid. So I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you have more requests, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.